What's up, y'all? Welcome to DK's Way. That's why I'm not a singer. God give you gifts. He like, you can just be the silliest little heifer your mama ever had come out of her. You're going to be the funniest child she ever had. You will bring much joy to the house, but you will not be able to sing, okay? You can't sing. God, like, I'm gonna give you some talents, but singing, mm-mm, mm-mm. And it's funny because I went to school with all white kids, and in my formative years. And the first thing they do is they see your little black ass in the choir, and they like, okay, we're gonna put her in the front, the black one. And they automatically think you gonna sing good because you the only black kid in the choir. And I could do the mouth movements real good. I be like, you be thinking I'm blowing. Ain't that coming out though. They put my ass in a solo one time. Big mistake. Invited the whole family. I'm singing a solo, y'all. My mother was like, why? Because she knew. My mom sung in the Shirelles. She was the backup singing the Shirelles. Daddy worked for Motown. But my parents knew one thing. Don't give that child a microphone and tell her to sing no notes. That's how you torture children. Torture the church, torture the choir. Truth come out of the mouths of babes. One of the kids in the choir said, but she can't even sing. Why she got the solo? Little hater. Bet that bitch Mariah Carey now. Not for real, y'all. What's up, y'all? It's DK's Way, and it's about to be done my way. It's Donnie Keith Shop. To my left, I got my homeboys in the building tonight. I got Sherwood and Ray. The funny. We got the funny. I got Lamar D. Soul. The funny. I got my boy Benny Mina. Benny Mina. Mini. Beanie, Mina. Funny. We about to go in, y'all. We talking about the police tonight. Shit you just don't do when you get stopped by them, and why you should just be quiet sometimes. I was watching that movie Crash recently. You saw Crash? Y'all remember that movie? Yeah.
Wow, that was a while ago.
Yeah, we like Crash right here. We got a nigga, an Indian, an extra nigga, and a Latino.
Extra. First of all, stop. You cut it off. First of all,
a nigga, a sand nigga, an extra nigga, and okay. What do we have here?
Cut that off. You know better. I am not Indian. I am Iranian.
Okay.
We use a totally different explosive.
Asian.
How can
See
you
how
fix?
niggas do Crash. See how niggas are. I'm just gonna name him give him a whole new culture.
Me Indian.
Give you a whole new culture, Sherwin.
How can you do that?
But I called you a sand nigga to make it up. I mean, gosh, I'm sorry.
I'm so touched. Right.
Right. Like, I give good compliment disses. People thought I was a sand nigga growing up. I went to school with white kids. They didn't know what to make of me.
Not even 2 minutes into the show. Look, okay.
You know Donnie Keith's Way?
Wow.
They don't know what I was. They didn't know what I was growing up.
Really?
No, they thought I was Iranian. Me.
Nobody thought you were Iranian.
In Texas, they did. When we went to
really?
Texas, they did not know. They did not know.
I want to see.
I looked the same. I was a little probably browner because of the way you play outside. Maybe.
No, I thought you were gonna say lighter too.
Maybe an Oliver tone, but they thought I was Army. I guess I was
I'm
the first nigga they ever saw, so they didn't quite know.
In Texas, I'm pretty sure you weren't.
No, in that area in A-Leaf, we were the first black family to move there.
Wow. What part of Texas?
1979, A-Leaf. It's like a suburb of Houston.
Outside Houston. Okay.
Dirt,
Okay.
basically the dirt. They put brand new subdivisions. You know how Texas, they have subdivisions, gated communities. So they put all these new gated communities, and my daddy moved us because he had a lot of money, working for a black record label. So he moved us to the white suburbs of Houston for educational purposes, I'm sure. I got an education, all right, in racist white motherfuckers. That's what I got an education in.
You have to move from where
Wow, yeah.
Right. But
can
see,
say it.
okay, you're from Iran, right?
Correct.
Now you get mistaken for Mexican, Asian.
I get everything. Asian, I've never gotten. Indian, I get Syrian, Iraqi, Lebanese, Greek. I mean, I've gotten everything.
anything but what you are. Like what I just
People
did to
usually
you.
don't guess Iranian. That's the funny thing. They rarely guess until an Iranian sees you. Then they're like, oh, you're done.
They're like, oh,
There's something they could
just.
You gonna, she's just gonna test my pit. This gonna be okay.
They like my cousin. I love Sherwood.
I love you more.
Now you, Lamar, I know you catch it.
Catch what?
All kinds, because they don't know if you just regular nigga or if you like Jamaican or if
I
you
guess it probably
like,
depends on how my hair is.
like right now, if I didn't know you, I'd be like, oh, he one of them island niggas.
Yeah, because of my hair. But if I had cornrows, then you think I was from the hood.
I don't know. I might think African. When I first met you, I'm not gonna lie. I met you at Bliss Cafe when we was doing open mics. Do not take insult. Sherwin, you know I just insult everybody equally.
I can
Don't
see
take
that.
insult.
No,
So I thought, okay, he's an African. That's what I thought because of your hair. You had the wild spiky shit going on there with the shave shit.
Yeah,
you know,
I think I had locks then.
it was a lot going on. It was past the Dolce from the left hand side ish.
Probably.
Okay. Benny, I already knew you was from the hood. I was like, that's a Mexican. That nigga cut you.
Well, you know, when I started doing comedy, I was bald. You know, I looked.
Shit. I know
looked
they
more.
was scared of your ass.
Yeah, you know, it was a couple of comics. Hey, man, you know, you gotta let your hair grow out, man. You can't have that look. You know, and
See, now you look like an officer.
I never got that, but you know, okay, I'll take it if you look. But
Yeah.
doesn't work. I still get pulled over. You know.
They be like, nah, nigga, you
Yeah.
wasn't. Yeah. See, and you was bald. Did you wear Dodger shit a lot?
Yeah, I mean, I still wear Dodger shit, but no, but I, you know, I look like a little thug, you know, baggy jeans. I mean,
Yeah.
I show you a picture of what I look like when I started doing comedy.
Hilarious. You gonna have to send it to Sarah so she can put it on the big screen.
Well,
See,
no.
See, when y'all met me, y'all knew I was somebody's mama. Y'all knew I was black. Lamar, what was your first impression of me when you saw me doing comedy?
You right.
You're right.
Like,
You're right,
somebody's
you're right.
Mama, she
He said,
black,
"You
she
right."
regular. She
Yeah.
regular. Yeah.
I definitely didn't think you were Iranian.
Oh my
But
God.
I guess because of my hair, maybe, because it was straight and they had never seen that before. I don't know. I used to get that
That's
a
a
lot.
big stretch.
That's you?
That's me.
Oh yeah, I would have arrested Joe ass. He got the
Oh, he
cholo
about to throw
about
up
the
signs and
local.
everything.
He got the that's 18th Street and all that shit all the way.
Woo! Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Can
scary.
we put that on?
Nah.
Send it to Sarah. Sarah, pull
'Cause-
up.
How do
Oh
I
my
send it to you?
goodness. Wow. I mean, because when you just
Sarah
look at
without the H. Sarah dot.
I mean-
You
without,
gonna put it on the you gonna put it on there? My whole email.
oh, okay.
All right, so
those are two different people. Like
Yeah.
you don't look
Stalkers,
anything like
listen.
no, I
that.
changed my image completely.
You are a
You want to
totally
know how to get
different.
Sarah? Here it is.
And I was a hot hair too.
Material too?
Yeah, you changed my material a little bit. But yeah, I was a little bit of a hothead when I started.
Okay, audience, just imagine any gangbanger walking down the street with a Mexican gangbanger with no shirt open, a white tee. You might as well have them top two
Khakis.
buttons.
Well, yeah, I used to wear.
But he was like, I'm here to tell jokes, man. Was it hard to get booked like that though, Benny?
Yeah, well, you know, Jamie Masada from the Laugh Factory, the owner, kicked me out one time.
damn.
You know,
For what?
Because what?
because I used the cuss word, but he found out. So
was
the way it used to work, yeah, it was Tuesday open mic, and the way it used to work, you know, we're talking 23 years ago. You get there, and you know, first 20 people in line get to sign up.
Yep.
But what people would do is they would start a list in case you have to go to the bathroom. Like, hey, that guy was here already, you know, whatever.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, that was the norm, right? And I had already been doing open mic for like almost like, I'm gonna say 8 months, 9 months, whatever. So one time I got there like around 2 p.m., you know, was up there by around 5 o'clock. I got hungry and I had to use the bathroom. So I went to the McDonald's, came back, and somebody's, there's different people in line. So, hey man, these guys came and ripped up the list, and so they started a new one. So I was like, oh hell no! I'm like, who did it? And then he pointed at the guy, and the guy happened to be sitting. I was 14th in the list. He happened to be standing in my spot. So I went and stood right in front of him. He said, hey man, what are you doing? I go, this is my spot, bro. I go, I was here earlier. I had my name on the list, and I was just told that you ripped up the list. He's a little Indian dude with two white guys, two big white guys about my size or taller, right? And I'm 6'1".
Yeah, bouncers.
No. He just had like comics, open micers that were with him, but they were like big dudes. And they were like, well, nah, man, what you gonna do about it? I'm like, well, I'm gonna take my spot back. And they're like, we're gonna kick your ass. I'm like, I'd like for you to try that shit, right? And they're like, what's up? I'm like, what's up? One-on-one. They're like, no, I'll fuck you up. I was like that. I'll be back. I went to the car, got my baseball bat. I came back. I swung it a few times. They took off running. Jamie found out about it and threatened to never have me back at the club if he hears anything like that about me again.
That's how you handle that situation.
But trip this though, Benny's the first person that booked me for the Laugh Factory.
Wow.
So that was a long time ago because this motherfucker is one of his main bookers.
Dude, when you
And
look at a
this.
picture of
I
someone.
remember when you was looking like, what was that other Latino dude's name that used to be around there that had the tattoos too like that?
No, G, no, or
The little younger guy. He used to be doing your shows too. I can't think of his name. But y'all had that same kind of skinhead look. I remember when I met you, you had that look.
yeah.
Now, it just hit me like, oh, I remember now. But Benny turned out to be like one of Jamie's motherfuckers. You know?
Yeah.
Well, in the
Latino
sense that I packed out his show, but other than that, I get no love. Like they're back and running, and since the pandemic, up until the pandemic for 8 years, I was doing Long Beach.
Yeah, I know. I did
And
it a couple times.
They cut me off
They cut you
completely, man. And
Oh, wow.
management hit me up, a bunch of comics hit me up. Like, what the hell? My Sunday night sometimes was hotter than their Friday, Saturday
Yeah,
nights.
I used to love
Damn.
doing
Yeah.
Sunday. And
His
I
show
sought
was
out
lit.
to
That's
do
true.
Latino
I was bringing
nights.
over 200 something people on a Sunday, man,
And
and
that's hard to
everybody
do.
paid, not free. Now the person is doing it now. It's papered, man. They comp it, and then the club helps them promote. I didn't get no help from the club.
Wow.
Yo, no
You
help.
know?
We had
None,
to tell
yeah.
people to come. But see,
Yeah.
that's what I loved about the Long Beach Laugh Factory versus Hollywood Laugh Factory. It's a bigger crowd. It's more intimate. It's more fun. Hollywood, of course, is Hollywood. You want to do Hollywood just because it's
Yeah.
Hollywood. But when you really think about it, you really don't need Hollywood. It's the regular people that make you.
Yeah, you don't need Hollywood anymore because there's not that much industry that goes in there that they used to.
Right.
Like when I started doing comedy, almost every weekend night there was an industry person there, checking out talent. Now they're not there no more.
No, there are
You know.
places like
Yeah, they just
here.
they just YouTube stuff.
Right.
You know.
They here.
Yeah.
So, look, we're going to get right into the topic.
Right in.
Now,
20 minutes later.
Yeah, no.
yeah, I do shit like that. That's why it's DK's
Fair play is over. Let's do this.
Right. I ain't got these macaroni and cheese arms for nothing. This them cake batter arms, nigga. Cake batter. All right, y'all. Now we talking. See, I wish I could just, when I get stopped by the cop, just hit them in the arm swing like, nigga, stop. You want to stop people. Since you want to stop people. But it don't work that way. I'll be arrested. So, have you ever been stopped by the police?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Why?
Well, when I first moved to LA, this was like 10 years ago. I was in LA literally 2 weeks, and I got stopped by a cop. A black cop stops me on Santa Monica Boulevard, comes up to the window, and he says, "Where are you heading to?" Doesn't say license, registration, or do you know why I pulled you over. He literally just says,
Where you going?
"Where are you heading to?" And I said, honestly, officer, I'm headed to an Al Qaeda meeting, and I said that. No, I really did. I said that. And he literally, you know the windowsill on top where the mirror meets the car?
Yeah.
He literally put his elbow there and he just went like this and he started loud. He said, "Get the fuck out of here." And he let me go. And because I saw that was my opportunity.
Yeah.
If I could just get a chuckle out of him, make him laugh a little bit, maybe he'll let me, go. Because I wasn't speeding or doing nothing stupid. I honestly don't know why he pulled me over. I really don't know.
Profiling.
But I saw that it's probably what it was. I saw that there was a chance there to make him laugh, and I guess I got him. And he let me go.
Now, what would have happened had you said that?
I'm not light enough to say that.
You
You
think
wouldn't
they
have
would have
believed
snatched you out the car?
I would have had to say I'm a Jamaican student with 5 jobs and on a green card with a visa
said with that southern accent. I'm a Jamaican stew nigga
that's
on the
it.
beach.
If I would have said that, he would have said like, what? They're having taco night, you know?
Oh, oh.
Well, I happen to have these flashcards, y'all. These are made by one of Zoe Watt's co-hosts on the morning show on Mondays. His name is Kevin, what's his last name, Sarah Bergeron? Behringer, something like that. But he has a company called Real Nagas. I call it Real Nagas, but it's Real Nagas. But he made flashcards that you're supposed to carry in your car in the event that you were stopped by the police.
Wow.
Now, how effective these flashcards are?
So I have a question. So you get pulled over, and depending on what the cop says, you pull out a card and just.
And you got to thumb through the cards like this.
And
go,
that's not gonna piss the cop off even.
what is probable cause, officer? What is the probable cause, officer? So you got a card in your hand, and this you a nigga.
Those are for people that haven't been pulled over that much. If you've been pulled over as much as I have, you kind of already know what to do and what to say.
Okay, I'm a cop. I pull you over late night. You coming from the Laugh Factory. You look like you just happy to be happy. And I stopped. You had a great set. Where the fuck you headed?
Okay?
And you pull out your car.
Oh. See you, man. He responded in Spanish.
And you know they don't know it back. They like, hold on.
Now you just pissing the cop off more. Oh my God.
Okay. That's a good one. I didn't expect that one. But they say, what is probable cause? This is literally one of his flashcards. Now it says, probable cause is the doctrine token from the Fourth Amendment, officer. Constitution that allows a police officer to arrest a person upon the belief that they have committed a crime. So, in other words, probable cause is stopping you just because you're a person of color. Because the cop is not going to listen to all of that.
Yeah,
That means their belief
but
that
if they feel that you know the law, they won't mess with you as much, I think.
If they think you know the law.
Yeah, if you're just some idiot, that like, oh, you smell like weed and there's no weed around you, this and that, and they know you're like, no, wait a minute, no, man, I know my rights and this and that, they're gonna know like, okay, this guy might sue or whatnot, because especially nowadays.
What are the three most important rights at a police stop? This is one of his cards. The 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendments to the U.S. Constitution.
The 4th, 5th, and 6th ass whoopings you're gonna get if you read
Pretty much.
that bullshit. Do not read anything that this woman says on these goddamn flashcards. Are you listening, all of you?
You don't have them memorized.
Who made these goddamn cards, man?
A real nigga. It's Real Nagas. That's the name of the company. You think of play and it say Real Nagas.
This is real.
That's real.
And he even has
has
a
a
picture
book to
of the.
help people.
There's a little
Sarah, turn
picture
on
of
your
the
mic.
Constitution here.
What is Kevin's company's goal? Real niggas.
To get us all in jail with him is what the goal is of this bullshit.
What if somebody buys these cards for relatives and that relative can't read?
Oh, he gives these out for free.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You're supposed to do it with your children.
Yeah, you're supposed to go over these with your kids. Little Billy, come here. Little Malik, come here now. We about to go over these flashcards. Can the police legally lie to you?
Yes.
Can the police legally lie to mommy's little boy?
Yes or no, they do it anyway.
They're allowed
Yes.
to lie. They are allowed to lie to you.
And the back of the card says, yes, the police can and most often do legally lie.
Yeah.
He ain't lying about that. Okay, let's see what it say about weapons. When is a police officer allowed to pat you down for weapons? You a black man, Latino man. I'm a black woman. They pat my ass down. I ain't never been
They
arrested.
got
in my
probable
life.
cause.
I'm here too.
Oh yeah, they
just
gonna
gonna-
pat you. But see, they not gonna make right away of you. You can act like a doctor.
They'll just step away and call
It's
the bomb
no,
squad.
you know what? She has a point, man. Because this
I'm
this
a
is something
stereotyping motherfucker.
happens that like kind of pisses me off in the reverse way. Actually, is like we've done shows in the hood, or whatever,
Yeah, of
right?
course,
You do the show in the hood,
always.
and there's always a big bouncer at the door, patting everyone down. The guy's got on a bulletproof vest. He's noticeably carrying a gun, patting everyone down, right? And then I get up to the door, and he's like, "Oh, you good, man? Go ahead, go in." And he doesn't. And I'm like, I'm the one that could have the, you're just,
Main motherfucker.
you're not gonna pat me down, but you're gonna pet the, just.
Right, because you the main motherfucker. I'll be like,
Because,
Bart, bring
no,
your ass back.
you know what it pisses me off about is,
Come here, Hawkbeat. We need to
Bruh,
pat
men-
his ass down.
men are ego driven. So when a bouncer says you do not come off as a threat, like your dick just get, you know what I mean? Like it's a fucked up fit. Like I don't like.
So you just be walking up in there, man, like I'm a killer.
No, but like just
Yeah, right?
man, he's pretty much saying you look like a bitch.
Okay, so real niggas say, real niggas say,
Oh my God.
what, Kevin, I'm sorry, I'm going to say real niggas, because niggas using my real nigga, because when me and Sarah house burnt down, that nigga gave us $500 each, like, nigga, go get a life, buy you some drawers, use a real nigga. But your cards is real nigga shit, nigga. What should you never drive or leave the house without? You should never
Driver's license.
drive
Or
or
ID.
leave the house without dashboard camera or car or body camera. You a real nigga. That nigga said don't leave the house without a dash cam or body camera. I didn't expect that on the back of that car.
Yeah, that's new shit.
That's a real nigga answer right there. He didn't say your license. Everybody said license.
I would think license.
Yeah, I'm thinking license, insurance. I'm thinking all the important shit because I'm one of them niggas that drove around all the time with bad tags when I was younger and had be like, Lord, please let me make it to work. Please let me make it to work. Every day praying. If you look at my journal, the whole year, 94 and 95, say, please let me make it to work every day because my tags was expired. I had to drop my son off at school. My son sitting right there. He been in the police. Now let me tell you something. Now he's been in the car with me when I got stopped by the police. I was so mad, I was crying mad. I had went to pick him up because of some bad shit he did, no doubt. He my new angel now, but so he had did some old crazy shit, right? So I get him from school and I'm talking shit. I'm living in Culver City, right off of Culver Boulevard and Centinela.
Okay.
In the heart, he went to school at Marina, so I made an illegal turn into the gas station, but the motorcycle cop came over there, but he was humiliating me in front of my son. That's what the fuck pissed me off, talking to me like real degrading, like, get out the car, don't move, I'm like, you ain't got to yell, motherfucker, I can hear you, okay? My son right here, and he's like, Mommy, that's all right. And I'm like, no, they just yelling at me, and I ain't gonna stop, like, God. I couldn't believe it. Like, I just felt so humiliated. I've never even been to jail, but I was so mad. I see how people be like fucking fat motorcycle cops up because he was fat, and I know you just say. But that was just a humiliating thing. So, what happened to you when you got stopped?
Which time?
Yeah, just say which time?
And how was your hair?
Yo, you want to hear a funny crazy story?
Of course.
Here's a crazy story. I was just still
What's that,
living in
dude?
Philly, and I work downtown, so I live real close. I just caught the bus, like to work. Standing there waiting for the bus. Cop walks up to me. He's like, "You move, I'll blow your fucking head off." And then
Wow.
so then he stands there. He don't touch me or nothing. And then some person comes out the store and shakes their head, and he's like, "Oh, my bad," and walks away.
What the hell?
Wow.
I'm just there because I guess that store had just got robbed or something.
Oh my
And so it's
God.
automatically, I'm just,
More
it's
black
I just
men.
robbed the store right there, but I'm gonna stand here and wait for the bus.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm like, okay,
More black men and Latino men of color, brown men are arrested for mistaken identity more than any other race. Every brother I know has been stopped or arrested due to mistaken identity. And we don't all look
you know
alike.
which one they use a lot? They use we want to make sure your car's not stolen. Like,
Oh,
Yeah,
Like,
or your tail
yeah,
lights out.
right,
That's
right.
their favorite.
Like a car was just reported. One time, me and my cousin had this ugly ass bright green car with a white top. It was like his dad's old car, or whatever. And the cops like, oh, a car was just reported stolen like this. I'm like, really? This is the only car like this in the city. Like,
Yeah, right.
what are you talking about? It's like, man, that shit is crazy.
They always got an excuse.
Yeah.
What was your story with the cops?
I got pulled over many times, like in the messed up situations. But I tell you, one of the first ones, I was in high school. I played football. So we during the summertime, there's this thing called passing league. So different schools play their skilled positions, just like
Like
sharp-
7-on-7.
Yeah, 7-on-7, right? So I was a tight end, so I got to play. So I drove, but my first car was a 1984 Buick Regal. So gangster mobile, right?
Oh,
But
yeah, Regals is fresh.
So again, I'm bald. And some of the guys on the team are bald too, right? So we're going to a passing league, and we're going. I went to Hamilton High. We're going to Hollywood High to play Hollywood High, right? So we're going down La Cienega, and right by the Beverly Center, I got pulled over, and first cop pulls me over. Comes up, you want to pull you over? I was like, no. He's like, you was speeding. I'm like, when? And we was like at red light, corner to corner, And he's like, well, like a couple of miles down. I'm like, you followed me for a couple of miles and didn't pull me over, And as soon as he put, like we start talking, like 3 more cop cars come and it gets everybody out. We're all wearing our football jerseys, right? And like, where you guys headed? Everybody put your hands on the car, whatever. Where you guys headed? We're like, we're playing football. It's passing league, whatever. Like, we know what passing league is. I'm like, well, look, this is us. Then our coach drives by in the car in a van with the other kids, and he's like, yeah, you're all right. I'm like, I'm cool, coach. We didn't do nothing wrong. And then like, who's that? I'm like, that's our coach, And my coach was black, So our coach was like, I'll pull over. Like, nah, keep going, because we were running late. We're already running late. So he goes,
keep going.
and yeah, because I already knew I didn't do nothing wrong. I was driving in my car, and then the guys on the team, I had 4 other guys with me. We didn't do nothing wrong. So I was, and like I said, I had been pulled over before, so I was used to it. But I was like, look, we ain't do nothing wrong, this and that. So check my ID, check the registration. Back then, we didn't need insurance. So, did everything. So I was like,
He said we
well,
didn't need insurance.
what you got in the car? And I'm in the trunk. I'm like, nothing. He's like, can you open it up? I'm like, yeah, I'll open it up. Even though I could have said no. I opened up. There's nothing in there but a couple of cliques. He goes, if you guys are going to passing league, where's your pads and helmets? I go, do you know what passing league is? I go, I know exactly what passing league is. I go, then why are you asking me where my helmets and my pads are? It's like touch football, man. It's just a skilled positions. There's no hitting. It's just, and then he went, oh, okay, yeah, I forgot. And then so some like, the cops, they talked it over. They're like, all right, look, man, we're gonna give you just a warning. Just slow down. And I'm like, you mean slower than I was going? Because literally, I've always been a smart ass, and
At that point, what else can you do?
Yeah, so they're like, so let us go. So we wind up showing up like freaking like half hour late, more late than the rest of the team and stuff, But I mean, it's like they're just looking for something, try to bust you on.
Wow.
Where all of us got our jerseys on, and they were like, what gang are you guys from? Like, no, do football, man.
Yeah, we play football.
Yeah.
But they automatically assume the worst about people of color. And y'all, if you're just tuning in, you're tuning into DK's Way. I'm your host, Donnie Keith. If you have any thoughts or questions, email me at dkswayinfo@gmail.com. If you want to perform on the show, we do have live musical guests, and one of the live musical guests we have today has just released a song. My homegirl, Dale Harrison, is going to be joining us in a minute. Comedian Dale Harrison, but she's coming on as a musical guest and a comedian tonight. Y'all, we're going to take a quick break. I need to give you a word from my sponsor, pay the bills around here, and we'll be right back with some more on DK's.
Yeah.
customers.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to DK's Way. I'm your host, Miss Donnie Keith. And I got my comedian friends in the building with me. Next to me, I got the very handsome and very funny Mr. Sherwin Array. Next to him joining us is the very funny, talented singer and comedian, Miss Dale Harrison in the building. And of course, I got Benny Mina sitting right next to her, my true blue homie from LA. That's right, because we are true LA comedians. When I say true blue, I mean the blood in our veins. Niggas, not the gangs, okay? You got to specify. Niggas be all, yeah, that bitch said they was true blue. Nigga, I'm going to be waiting outside that bitch studio. She thinks she funny and shit, fat bitch. Niggas be going there. And of course, I got on the wheels of steel over here, Miss Sarah without the H. Y'all, I gotta give Sarah a congratulations. She has just acquired the biggest gig. I'm telling you, when I tell you God is good, God is great, God is all those things. This woman came to LA with 2 pennies to piss with. Drove her ass all the way from Houston, Texas to Los Angeles, California to go stay with her people who, when she got there, said she couldn't stay there. So she had to sleep in the car. He like, you could take a shower, though. Nigga, I just drove 4 days and don't take a shower. So then, after that, she started staying with somebody else that one of her cousin them referred her to. They live out here. They moved here from Chicago. You know how niggas do shit. That bitch tried to fight her. Bitch, you happy with yourself? I hate my life. Fuck your life. I'm gonna beat your ass and get out my house. So that's how she met me. Sarah met me. Long story short, Donnie Keith rescued the hoe. Okay? Sleep here, bitch. I'ma work with you, okay? You come with a lot of headaches, but I'ma work with you. I'ma fuck with you. Because God put it in my heart to. But she had goals. This bitch got that job. I mean, lost the email, couldn't find the email. It's a whole story. She got the job because God said you can have that.
Yes.
Okay?
Amen.
And I want to say congratulations to my wigger nigga over there, okay? Because she about to be fucking with the British people talking like that. I just want crumpets and crab cakes, bitch, okay? That's all the parties. That's all. A nigga cannot be a +1. All right, y'all. Now back into the show. We talking about shit that happens when you get stopped by the police and these fucking cards that Kevin made by Real Noggers. Kevin, it's a great idea, but I don't know if police gonna wait for you to file through all these cards and go, hold on, officer. Let me find the right card that pertains to your ass. How dare you stop me? What, should I never drive or leave the house with? My life. That's what that shit should say, your life, okay? Because we watching you. I'm going to tell y'all a real story. Now, police have done some really crazy shit out here being from L.A. I know you from back east. It's a whole different ball game. Cops, once they put on their uniform, they become something else. They like, okay, I'm an avatar now. This is me. My new avatar is fuck your life, okay? I've got a blue uniform on. Now, you from the D.C. tri-state area. Originally. Original from New Orleans. Yeah, see, and they don't play down south now. Tell us about the police down south.
Such a love-hate, relationship with the police because I'm from a family that's on the force. You know what I'm saying? My first cousin is on the force now, who is detective. But my father's first cousin was chief of police in New Orleans and D.C. And now my homegirl's wife is chief of police of D.C. So, I can't stand the police when I'm getting a ticket, but I love them any other time. You know what I'm saying?
Cause you a nigga that'll call the police. See, I know this nigga.
Like
She would
they-
call the police
Yes.
on your ass. She turns into a white woman. Tell him about that shit. This nigga
Right.
will call the police on your ass.
Yes.
Don't fuck with them. She'll be like, "Are you making noise at midnight, bitch?"
Are you calling the police on me making noise? I'll call the police on you calling the
That
police
is
on
Black
me
Karen,
making
don't
noise.
play.
Oh my God.
She is Black Carissa, okay? Fuck Black Karen. That's Black Carissa. That bitch do not play. I know when Dell moved out here, she had a problem with the California critter.
Oh,
The
God.
bed bug.
I don't even like to say it.
Yes, the California welcomed her.
The California
To
Welcome
Koreatown.
Committee. The Welcome Committee.
Yeah.
They got me.
Yeah, they like, we got little things, and we like, hey, bitch, what's up?
Well, see, that's the thing is, when I got here, you know, we had moved into a place, and they knowingly moved us into a place with the Welcome Committee. You know what I'm saying? And see, that's where I turned into the police right there. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
let me
Like,
call the
when
phone
you got my
911.
money, oh yeah, because you sold me an apartment. First of all, they gave me the apartment, okay? Then they made us sign the lease, and they was like, "Oh, this is good. You move in with just this amount of money." Then we signed the lease, and they was like, "Oh, you owe us this additional like $1,700, or you got to get out in 3 days." So I was like, "Oh, okay." So then, you know, of course, Karen got to cranking up like like
Karen got
to.
Yeah, she would call the police on their ass. She did not play with
call
them.
The police. I will call the Chamber of Commerce,
The Better Business
the
Bureau.
Bureau, the Department for
Housing.
Sanitation, okay, with NAACP. I will
She was
call
not
it all.
playing. She
And
did
I'm
all
talking
that.
about I had somebody coming over there, and then of course now they threatened me with the money. And then we started seeing the
Yep.
Welcome Committee, okay, in the house, okay, and then they try to say we brought them in. Then of course I turned into the investigation department. You know what I'm saying? I knocked on all these old people door, and you know these old people, these old Asian Spanish, you know they're like, we have not just a bed bug, we have also mice everywhere, roach everywhere. Then I go down the hall.
Let me tell you, Dale had a committee in that motherfucker. She's like, Donnie, they're not getting away with this. Dale was like, we're having a tenants meeting. This nigga had every tenant in the building. We ready to fight! I was like, you gone, white
Let
woman.
me tell you something.
White
I
black
had so many
woman.
people calling these people. These people called back and offered me the job as property manager. You know what
That
I'm saying?
is
Yes.
hilarious.
Look at like y'all just was not answering the calls, threatening to kick me out. Didn't want to do anything about the critters, and now y'all offering me a job talking about we will reduce.
We
the
like
rent.
you a fighter. I could just hear the Korean owner. We like your spirit.
You know what? I wish it was Korean. I wish I could have been like, these are racist Korean. No. It's a straight black man down there talking about, I see you cool, sister. Oh, you do? Because I'm about to get real cold. You know what I'm saying? In a minute. So, wind up giving them a few days to get
that
my money
shit
back.
together, yeah.
So we can get up on out of there. And then I walked by the building like a few months later, and they had a for sale sign because I had called every agency in the world and got that joint shut down. Let me tell you something. And guess what?
Wow.
It was an agency full of lawyers that owned it. But you know what? I kept being like, y'all got lawyers and I got the lawyer. Now who y'all think gonna win?
Every time we already know who the winner is.
There you go.
The lawyer shut that down. The lawyer sent me a consultation. He didn't even send me a lawyer. He sent me a consultation with this African lawyer. He was like, okay, let me tell you what to do. Okay. I will give you 30 minutes of my free time. Let me tell you what to do. You're going to take this, you do step 1, 2, 3, okay. Once you get to 10, the building should be yours.
Only on DK's right. That is awesome, y'all.
Wow.
Dale is crazy. But you know what? The police, they something else else out here. It's like if you're black or brown, I can't even say Asian because I know I lived in Koreatown and they had their own police. I've never seen that before. See, like, you know, in the hood we have Latino police. They put Latino police in black neighborhoods to stop their own people. They stopping their own people, black people, brown people, and people they can't identify this brown. You know, because they go, he got to be in the unidentifiable because you're not going to know if he light skinned, black skinned. They don't know what to make of him. And then there's people like me at night, when I zoom by, they like, what was that bitch? Let's go get her. It don't matter. Let's go get her. She look like somebody we need to get, you know. But when you black and brown and driving in Los Angeles, it's a very sticky situation. And y'all don't use these cards, Kevin. I love you, but these cards will get us fucked up. Like Sherwin said, these cards are a reason to fuck us up. I'm gonna beat your ass because you pulled out these cards. It made me sit there while you filing through them, going, hold on, I got something.
Those can be a good
Not
drink.
the one. Wait a minute.
Those cards are only good for a drinking game.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Look like
What is the meaning of this? If you get it wrong, you gotta take a shot.
And this fool wants you to go over this with your little one. You have a little one, Benny. You're a
I got
father.
2 little ones.
Yeah. And he wants you to
I
say,
like it. Let me see what them look. It looks like
It's a setup.
It looks
Don't
like
know.
police tarot cards. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me see what they gonna be messing with you with today on the weekend. Okay, you're gonna need a body cam.
right.
I already trained my kids. My kids both say que.
Yeah, that's the best answer,
Okay.
kid. Because they don't know. And then maybe I should just start speaking the language they kind of identify. Just make up some shit. Like, can they put that and the officer will be like, is this bitch playing with me? I'm going to try that shit one night leaving the comedy club. Fuck
What?
it. Just speaking a weird language. They going to stop me and I'm going to go,
You're gonna get arrested for DUI.
That's what's gonna
Son,
happen. Get out,
I get
walk
the
this
call.
line.
This bitch is slurring. Get him
I'll be
arrested.
like,
Yeah.
they gonna think I'm serious because I'm gonna be like,
And they gonna be confused.
and then you do
like,
the head nod after.
then they gonna be confused. Like, she could walk a straight line. She could parallel park. Like, they gonna put her all the games. She could hop down too.
Then I'm gonna pick up the phone and go, like I'm filming them. Since you don't know what I am, I'm gonna speak a language that nobody knows. I'm gonna see how far that shit get me, son. You might get a call, okay? I'm just letting you know. My son gonna be like, I am in training in fucking Afghanistan, mom. Oh, your son's in Afghanistan, huh? Well, what language is that, lady? That's the next thing. But you know, we gotta be careful though. For real, go over something similar to these, but not quite. But some of these answers, like, what do you leave the house without? We know the answer to that one. That was the best answer on these cards. A dash camera and a
Nowadays,
camcorder.
yeah.
You need that in your car, for real. Because police stop us more than any other race. And the way shit's going right now, you know, it's not a lot of cops on the street. Have you noticed that? And they got all this prison reform and cop reform. Like, they want us to defund police. I'm not with that shit. I don't think we should defund no police. We need the police. Because there's a lot of niggas commit real crimes out here outside of smash and grabs. We need regular police. The problem is we need to culture our police. I think we need to spend time. I think every white cop should spend a day with a black family, an Iranian family, a Mexican family. You need to spend.
It's just white cops. It's
Yeah,
black
all
cops,
black ones,
Latin
everybody.
cops. Look,
Yeah.
as when I was a teenager, no matter what the race of the cop was, I'd get the same attitude, right? I was always like the suspect. But as an adult, when I got pulled over by a Latino cop, they were more assholes to me than white cops or black cops.
Oh wow.
Yeah, my own people are they're worse to us. You know, for some reason that they get this power trip, right? Like so I got pulled over at one time, and this fool gave me my second DUI when I barely blew the limit, and when he pulled me over. No, I'm saying, I was sober. I was sober. No, I was sober. No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
He was only 1 point.
I was like, I was sober. He put me on speeding. I was speeding, right? I'm wearing a button-down shirt, black slacks. I'm wearing dress shoes and stuff like that. Came up and he's like, "What's the problem with speeding, whatever?" So, you know, I'm like, "Oh, sorry, I'm just in a rush to get home," but you know, whatever. But I wasn't drunk like that or anything like that. I only had like 2 beers, and the dudes starts giving me an attitude. Goes, "So what gang you from?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry, what did you say?" And there was the day before my 28th birthday. I go, "What did you just say to me?" He goes, and the guy looked like he was like 23, 24.
Yeah.
"So what gang you from?" I go, "Bro, do I look like I'm in a gang, man? Look at the way I'm dressed. And not a lot of you losers are in gangs." And I'm like, "Who the fuck you talking to?"
Oh, not
and that's made me snap. So I'm like, "Who the fuck you talking to, man? Fuck you." I go, "Man, you're gonna respect me, man. And I'm not some fucking punk, you know." And then he goes, "You know what? Get out the car." So as soon as I got out the car, you know, I saw his name tag, said Officer Duarte. I go, "Hey, Duarte, let me talk to you." He goes, "Hey, man, don't talk like you know me. My name is Duarte." As soon as he said that, I'm like, "You know what? Do what you gotta do, bro."
Right.
He's like, "What?" I go,
You
"Just
wanna
do what
be
the fuck
like
you gotta
that.
do, man."
Yeah.
I already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, because you being
His
a
partner
dick.
was a young white cop. When I was getting processed, he goes, you know, the Mexican Duarte was doing the paperwork. The white guy took me down to get fucking processed, and he's all like, "Hey man, I'm sorry, bro, you don't deserve this, but that's my senior officer. I gotta do what he says." He goes, "You know, you're not even drunk or anything like that." I go, "No, I know, that's okay. I'll see him in court." You know, I got dropped down to a wet reckless. You know, but I still went on my record and shit. But the guy just pulled me over, you know, I mean, I was speeding, but just right off the bat, was being a dick with me. You know,
Wow.
when I get pulled over now by white cops and black cops, the best thing to do is be patient, answer the questions, don't give them an attitude. You know, sometimes you get let go with a warning. Sometimes, yeah, they're gonna fuck with you, but don't try not to lose it. You know.
Yeah, that's good advice. This is my advice to you niggas out there. If you're a woman that looks like me driving, that means they can't make your age. They're figuring you're between 30 and 50 because you're black. We don't crack. So when you're driving, you still a target. They will shoot you, bitch, between them ages.
Wait.
They will shoot you if you're making sudden moves.
You think you look 30?
No. I said, they don't know what you're making you while you driving. Because you at night in the dark.
Wow.
All they see is, you know, they know that you a target, bitch. You between them ages, 30 and 50, you is a target. Yeah, he like, bitch, nah, wait. You think you look 30? I believe in me, okay? I'm a believer. My titties still have gravity, nigga. This is brawler's day. So, back to what I'm saying. Real advice. If you're a black woman looking like me, follow the rules of young bitches because they will shoot you. They don't give a fuck if you somebody's mama, grandmama, or not. They will shoot you. Don't make sudden moves. Keep your hands on the steering wheel when they stop you. I don't give a fuck. You want my license, driver's registration, sir? I need you to get my purse over here because I don't trust you.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep my hands on the steering wheel because it just shows that they don't care about shooting women these days. You know what I'm saying? At all.
Also,
Or
I feel like, you know, on a serious note, I'm not with defunding the police.
me either.
But I am with reappropriating the funds because they are trying to increase the funds to get more weapons. But you're even using like fake bullets, which hurt too at riots. So rather than using that to get more weapons, let's use that for the community service. So anyway, I had written into our mayor, our governor, asking them to do that. And you know what? In 2 weeks after that, I did see at the forum, they asking them to have a community meetup where the cops met the community and they were able to talk and ask questions and get to know. And I also see that they did it like 2 weeks later on the news because maybe I wasn't the only one writing it. Maybe it was just such a need for it. You know, I also feel like, you know, rather than like amping up, you know, for the police also too, I want to see more of us on the force because we need to work from the inside. You know, if we had 1 million Black, Latino, Armenian, you know, Asian boys in the community that had, that were from healthy families, like right now.
Sherwood's face.
What what did I miss?
What you just said all the races, but pointed to him when you said Armenian, Latino.
Oh yeah, well
everything.
Listen.
I get what you mean. It's okay.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
okay.
What are you?
It's complicated.
He's Iranian. He a sad nigga. He one of us. He one of us. He's
No,
sad.
but that's what I meant. I meant
He's a
us
beautiful
on the force.
brown man.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's where we're lacking. We have people on the force that are having these insecure upbringings. You know what I'm saying? People that aren't, familiar with other communities. So that's where you get.
Yeah,
Oh,
but at the
shit.
same time,
It's on.
I was doing security for a while, and I worked with a lot of guys who actually were ex-cops and then left the force because they were Latin or they were black, and they were dealing with a lot of racism from the police or from white cops.
I know,
so,
because
yeah,
there
so-
aren't that many on there.
Exactly, yeah. So,
So
yeah,
if you did them like the army, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how it used to be with everything that we first enter in. You know?
I think our police officers need to get take a page from like other countries. You
Yeah.
know, the way certain officers get
He
trained.
said no.
Yes.
Why?
Why? Why do you think no?
In your
Other
country,
countries
Other,
police
you know what they do in my okay, let's talk about
Not your country, maybe.
Okay.
But there's other countries.
Yeah, your
No,
country.
no,
the
Bruh,
police might be-
my
No,
country-
not
Woo!
your country, but there's other countries where the cops, the first thing is not to just to assume you're the suspect and try to beat you down and hold you down and stuff like that.
I would like to know where this country is so I can go and live there. What country are you
You're
referring to?
talking about, and believe they're white countries like Switzerland, Norwegian.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
would think
man.
they'd be stricter in them countries.
No, man. The police, some countries are like England.
even have
Cops
a
don't even
gun.
have guns.
Yeah.
They don't even have guns, bro.
That's in London.
I'm
Yeah.
Or they give them a
shocked.
strong warning.
I am.
No, I mean,
shocked.
no. If you're really bad,
I'm
don't get me wrong.
telling you,
They got
You don't
task
stop
force.
committing crimes.
No. They got
England,
task
I
force.
get it.
Like,
England,
if
they're
you're
too
like-
proper.
No, if you're like a murder suspect, they
Look
got
at
they got
you
like a
really
SWAT team to
hard.
come get you and shit. But for regular cops to pull you over, they don't have don't get me wrong. They'll beat your ass, if you're bad, but they're not gonna shoot you and shit like that. You're gonna lose your life,
Fuck that. Look at me. Be your ass still if you get pulled over, because I want to see you at Christmas time. I want to see you at the next holiday, okay? At the next pagan holiday,
it really comes down to which cop you get. Some cops just they leave the house with this intention of I'm gonna mess something up, and then other cops just want to get that check and come home and not have to go through the book. There are good cops. There are a lot of bad cops.
There are so
It really
many good
comes down
cops.
to the one you get. You
But-
can do everything right, but if that cop wants to prove that you are an asshole or needs to make their quota to give out a certain number of tickets or whatever it is, you really do not.
Oh my
yeah.
God! Let me tell you about this white cop that pulled me over though.
You sure he wasn't Armenian?
I'm
Okay,
talking
go
about.
ahead.
He was definitely not Armenian. Okay.
I'm teasing. Go ahead.
So look, I'm driving to one of my gigs, and this white man pulled me over, and I was like, I'm a comedian, and he was like a real friendly white guy, and I was like, I'm a comedian. I'm heading to my gig. I had the music on. He was like, really? Oh my God, are you on Raw Dog? Are you on this station? I was like, no. So then, he was looking me up, and girl, we was having such a good conversation. He was like, all right, well, I'll be right back. And do you know he still came back with that
What a dick!
Funny, though.
What
Oh my
a
God, I'm
dick.
come see you. So funny, girl. So I'm writing you this ticket.
That's funny. She funny, but not that funny. man.
Okay, y'all.
That's
I'm-
messed up, man.
I'm gonna get ready to close out the show. Okay, we got a comedian that's a rapper doing comedy now. A lot of comedians been having a tip with him. I saw him on your Instagram recently. I don't give a fuck. The nigga's put in his stage time because rapping and that industry is a lot of work to get into too. And when you're on stage with a live crowd, a lot of musicians think they funny anyway. So it's not a surprise that T.I. is doing comedy.
are
Have you ran
funny.
into him in the studios or the streets, the clubs? I know you did run
Yeah.
into him. Did you see him on stage?
Yeah,
How
and
you
he
do?
killed
How was
it.
he?
He killed it.
Really?
Yes, he did.
Not just
awesome.
because he's T.I., but
No. No,
because he
That's
is a
good,
rapper,
man.
and they're gonna
Good.
laugh at everything he says
No,
because he's
no.
famous already.
That's
He probably has
He
writers
had
though.
Was he
something-
funny?
Well, you should have writers when you're a rich rapper trying to transition
Yeah, you
over
need
to
to pay
community.
motherfuckers to
But,
write.
Yeah, no,
but
I'm saying-
not
I
writing
think when
for
you're
you.
first starting out,
Coaching.
writers are
Coach
not.
has a coaching. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's okay
Yeah.
to have a
Yeah.
coach or a
Yeah.
mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Have you run
Was
into
the,
him?
one of the housewives tried it. What's her name? from
Nene
Atlanta?
Leakes.
Yeah.
that was
Nene
horrible.
Leakes.
I saw
Yeah.
that.
But what pissed me off, I didn't mind that she was trying to be a comedian. What pissed me off is like after her first show, she goes, "Oh, it's so easy, anybody can do it." I'm like,
Yeah,
you know
no,
what? I'm
no,
like,
no,
fuck
no.
her.
But she had probably had beginners like on the first show, you know, because we be having
But
beginners
because
like
it was all her
sometimes.
friends that showed up and stuff. And then obviously
When all
for
your
the show.
friends show up and you rich, it's
Yeah.
easy to be funny. When my first show, I invited all my friends to the comedy competition at Mixed Nuts. Didn't nobody know me from the can of paint. Everybody was laughing. Why? Because they were all my friends. Next night went back. Nobody laughed at the bitch because they didn't know me. And a bunch of Mexican Raiders fans was ready to whoop my ass outside. Like, bitch, that football shit you said wasn't funny. We gonna see you on the outside. I was scared to leave that night. Like, oh shit, I done pissed these Mexican Raider fans up. These bitches about to whoop my ass. The bitch eyebrows drawn like that too. Oh,
You know what sucks about that? Like when we start doing comedy, a lot of friends will come support. Now the funnier we are, you know, we've been doing it longer. Now it's hard as hell to get
That's
friends to
good,
come out.
man.
Right.
Because you didn't
Yeah.
invite
I'm
them
like,
like I don't know
yeah,
why.
So-
bitch, we came to all your first beginning shows. when
Right,
it wasn't
yeah.
funny.
You would think that the funnier you get, the more. No, it actually is
yeah,
not.
the opposite,
No, they
yeah.
The
Taekwondo
funnier you
got a,
get, the less that
Taekwondo
phone
race
rings.
Yeah.
Because
tomorrow
that hate shit comes out real.
Wait,
yeah.
oh,
But
no,
it's
I
not necessarily
rebuke that
hate, though.
statement.
No,
Hold on.
it's not-
It's not,
Ah.
Say it again, sister.
Yeah, well, I
You
rebuke
fucking
that
hate.
statement. The funnier you get, the less the phone rings. What?
No, he
True.
talking about your friends coming to
It's
your shows.
true. The
Your
le-
regular people.
Even
like,
pe-
but see, your auntie Gwen, she a big supporter. I can't think of a show that I did or Dale did when we was hanging out where her auntie wasn't there supporting. My son, he comes to my show. He even went and bought a shirt one night at the Comedy Union because Enz was like, he can't wear that white T-shirt. This nigga went to Walmart, but the ugliest shit he could find, but he came back to my
What's wrong with a white T-shirt?
Enz wouldn't let you in his comedy
some
club
places back in the day, man, a white
without
T-shirt meant that you were a
white
gang
t-shirts
member.
that-
meant that your shit might
Yeah.
get shot up
Okay.
Yeah.
on Pico back then.
I get it.
Yeah.
Because
That
I
club
couldn't
used
go to
get
certain
shot
clubs
at
with a white
regularly.
T-shirt too.
Yeah, you.
All right, y'all. We got to close out the show. Y'all stay tuned for the Double D Den. Tonight it's going to be fire. I got my girl Dare Harrison performing her new song. I got my boy Benny Mina doing his stand-up set. I got my boy Sherwin Array doing his stand-up set. And when I say these are veterans and fire, it's going down. Y'all stay tuned. The link will be available for a few days, and then it's going to Patreon. I'm going to start putting my shows from the Double D Den on Patreon. So it's only going to be $2 a month. That means, nigga, that's not going to hurt you. $2, okay? You spend that on a blunt. You know, niggas be acting like they can't support your shit. You ain't gotta come to a show, but you can pay $2 to watch my people perform and shine, okay? And watch us do what we love. You like our comedy, you won't come out to a club, now you got $2 in your pocket you can spend to watch us talk shit here and perform. And plus her song is so fire, y'all just don't know. I can't wait to see it performed. Y'all, we gotta say love to Sarah again and congratulations on her big accolade. And chase your
Yeah.
dreams. Sarah has inspired me to say chase your dreams. Don't be scared to ask for what you want. This bitch didn't know us from a can of paint, and Zoe put her on our show with us. Do you know? One day we had a caller say he did voiceovers. This nigga Sarah said, "Oh my God, I do voiceovers. I can do any voice you want. What do you want?" And we looking at her like, "You climbing ass bitch." But look at her now. I'm Johnny Keith. This is DK's wife. Stay tuned. I'll be back.